Knowing an entity's name gives you a bond to them and some type of power relationship, which is why these entities never want to tell you their name. They don't want to do it. We don't know the entity we call Satan. We don't know his name. Satan is a title. It means the adversary.
Oh, into that because you talked about it yesterday at dinner.
Lucifer, which is light bearer, Halal bin Shakar, light bearer, son of the first light. That's a title, not a name. In the Garden of Eden, the serpent, which is an unfortunate translation, the word is nachash in Hebrew. Nachash can mean snake. This is used as a noun. It's not used as a noun in Genesis chapter 3. It's used as a title. And as a title, nachash means the enchant or the shame. Adam and Eve were not talking to a garden snake on a tree. They were talking to a shining, luminous being. They were talking to an Elohim. And they weren't freaked out about it because wouldn't you be, if a snake started talking to you, you'd be like, whoa, this isn't right. No, but they were used to interacting with the Elohim because Adam and Eve were part of God's ends. They were on God's holy mountain. Eden was a garden on top of a mountain. And we see that in Ezekiel, where in Ezekiel 28, when a lament against his fallen limits Nakash, he says, you were in Eden, the garden of God, on God's holy mountain. That's where they were used to interacting with these creatures, and they were used to interacting with the Elohim. That's why they didn't have a problem talking to the Nachash. But again, Nachash just means like him. We don't know the name of Satan. We don't know his actual name. Now, he presents himself, and other Elohim present themselves by different names. Moloch, Baal, Dagon, Kronos, you name it, but those aren't their names. That's just what they present themselves as, because once we have a name,
That is really interesting because we've talked about a lot on the show. Those are the names that we associate with that entity because that's the name that I guess has been given to us by them. Is that what you're saying? But it's not their true name.
Not their true name. Baal is the stone god. He's the Phoenician and king that stone god. That same god, stone suits.
Gotcha.
So up north to the Nordic areas, that's Thor. Or Odin.
What one entity, many faces for depending on
Same one.